Hey friends, so I was in DC today for the Pedogate protest, of course. It was right by the White House. Uh, I want to thank all of you who came out today. There were people from as far as Hawaii and people who drove up from South Carolina and drove up from Florida. I had no idea of what a reach this channel has. So I am deeply grateful, and I would like to toast all of you. I guess I need some alcohol to do that. I'll get a glass of wine or something in a second. All right, I'm back. And what bottle did I happen to pull from the cellar just by coincidence? The only red wine left is a Trump bottle. So cheers, everybody. I am filled with gratitude. Again, it was just kind of mind blowing to see people come up from South Carolina and from Florida and even fly out from Hawaii to make your voices heard and in small part to meet with me. It was fun meeting many of you guys in person for the first time. And a funny little anecdote I'll leave you with because I am tired. I'm sure many of you who are out today are tired as well. But I went across the street with one of the protest organizers, Liz, who has a great soul. She's been so smart and tireless throughout this entire process. And as of earlier tonight, I've extended an offer to her to begin contributing to Fulcrum, and she accepted. So she's going to contribute on an unpaid basis. She doesn't need money, but she wants to get her ideas out there, as we all do. So she's going to be a contributor to Fulcrum. A lot of gratitude to her and to Neil for a very successful protest today. They organized it. It was literally right next to the White House. I'll show you some footage at the end, some video clips from my phone. So yeah, a lot of gratitude. I loved meeting you guys. It shows you that this stuff, whatever we're doing here on YouTube, is very real. And so we went across the street and we got a coffee at Starbucks, of all places, before I was about to go up on stage and speak. Somebody came up to me, this big guy with tattoos up and down his arms. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but big tats on his arms and a big burly beard. And this man comes up to me and says, "Hey, are you David Seaman?" And I go, "Yeah." And he says, "I'm here for the protest. I was abused by pedophiles when I was a kid." And he looks right in my eyes and says, "Thank you." And I gave him a hug. We gave each other a hug. And that made the rest of the day so easy for me. So thank you to that man. You made the rest of the day such a breeze because I was dealing with these adversarial reporters who are treating me like a crazy person because they're not done abusing me yet. BuzzFeed has attacked me. The Daily Beast has attacked me. Newsweek called me a mentally unstable con man. Do I like those things? No, I don't. I don't appreciate those claims being made against me. But it made the rest of the day such a breeze when I was interacting with reporters who were there to discredit us and mock us. Some of the reporters said to me, "So what makes you a Pizzagate believer? What makes you a believer?" And I was like, what the fuck, a believer? Look at John Podesta's emails. Go to wikileaks.org, wikileaks.org. You just go on that website and you select the John Podesta emails and you do a search for pizza or hot dogs or walnut sauce or a number of other terms that have been identified by researchers. And oh my God, I am not doing all of this to promote an out-of-print internet marketing textbook from 9 years ago. That's an insane theory. You want to talk about conspiracy theories, that's a fucking conspiracy theory. Whereas John Podesta allegedly being a pedophile is not a conspiracy theory. That's just following Occam's razor. That's the most logical conclusion, in my personal opinion, is that John Podesta is allegedly a fucking pedophile. There are too many emails, too many instances. This is a man at least 100 times busier than I am, and me being as busy as I am, I'm not texting or emailing other adult men about having them come over for an hour for a pizza. I'm not asking would Domino's be better on cheese or on pasta in light of Domino's being a term for domination and BDSM. And there are hundreds of instances throughout these emails. What of Obama spending $65,000 on a private party at the White House on hot dogs and pizza That's a lot of money for a handful of men to spend on one night at the White House eating hot dogs and pizza. That's like 5 people or 6 people or whatever literally consuming thousands of hot dogs or thousands of pizza. It doesn't make any logical sense, especially in light of the fact that the White House forbids outside food from coming in. White House security protocol requires the food to be made on site by the White House chef, which makes a lot of sense in my opinion. So what is going on here? 5 months in, all we're getting are character attacks from mainstream media hacks. And sorry, that's not good enough. Although I'm going to step back and let other people lead this thing. I don't like how I'm being called the point man of Pizzagate. I don't like how I'm being called the leader when I was not the protest organizer. Again, Liz and Neil did a beautiful job. They did an incredible job, but I had nothing to do with it. I just showed up and gave a 3-minute speech, and yet the media is attacking me and my out-of-print marketing book as if I'm doing this all to do what exactly? To lose all of my business relationships? To be attacked and threatened every day? Why do I enjoy that so much? The reality is I don't, but this is a big story, and until somebody bigger picks it up properly, I'm going to keep banging that bell because this is so fucking real. And the reporters who are interacting with me today in a dismissive manner, where is your soul? Where is your fucking heart? Are you not a human being? Are you not an American citizen? Start with John Podesta's WikiLeaks. Again, go to wikileaks.org and start searching for pizza and hot dogs, and oh my fucking God, it will change your view of our political system. So I'm just a messenger, and when you attack me nonstop, when I'm not even an organizer, and when I'm moving on to other stories now, it shows how pathetic what's left of the mainstream media is. I don't have respect for people like Jennings Brown, who turned me into a fucking caricature for spending my free time promoting Pedogate and getting you all aware of this scandal, which is very real. That guy's a weakling. And the fact that he sent me some long email today means he's not only a weakling, he's also a coward. Jennings Brown, you're a fucking fraud. And just because you personally don't believe in Pizzagate doesn't mean you have the right to attack me as a private citizen, you piece of shit. You turned my entire life, I'm 31 years old, based on a marketing book I wrote in college 9 years ago. You've turned my entire life into a caricature. And what I've done was actually a public service. I think when the full understanding of Pedogate comes out, there will be very few people attacking me. But it's not about that. This is about the children. This is about getting them justice. And this is about bringing John Podesta and others to justice. Again, in my personal opinion, John Podesta is as much an alleged pedophile as he was the day I uploaded my first video about Pizzagate. Thank you guys so much for your support today. I am truly grateful. I love all of you, and that is it. Oh, and of course, cheers. I already had a sip of it. As it turns out, Trump is good at wine. Not a surprise. The guy's good at everything. Hopefully he will round up the pedophiles soon, because I'm sick of people like John Podesta acting like they're in the clear when they're really not. Millions of us know John Podesta is not above the law. John Podesta is not above God, and he will pay the price for what he has done. Thank you guys.
This is the beginning of a movement. And as far as I'm concerned, it'll be an unrelenting movement until the children of this world are safe again forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amen.
So there's the White House right there, and then you can see the protest is right over here. That's their stage right there. People are starting to show up. So they definitely picked the right location. I mean, it is literally right in front of the White House. So I'm going to speak there in a couple minutes. Great thank you to the National Park Service and to the Secret Service for protecting us today. We all appreciate it. We know this isn't the easiest thing to cover. But there you go. So I'm going to go up now and talk. But yeah, the White House is watching. The White House is right there. And we are right here. And respectfully, we are not going to be quiet until Podesta and others are brought to justice.
You're watching Fulcrum. Be sure to bookmark fulcrum.news.